Good afternoon, everyone. I am Gwyneth Chavez.
So, today we are going to talk about what engineering management is all about. As we all know, engineering combines science and mathematics in the design and creation of structures and machines. In all cases, great feats of engineering require great organization. So, for us to be able to do that, we need more competent managerial practice. And here comes in engineering management. Engineering management is the fusion of business and engineering principles. So, in other words, it is the application of the practice of management to the practice of engineering. Aside from that, being an engineering manager is a position of leadership since it helps bring projects to completion on time and within budget. This also allows the opportunity to combine students' technical capabilities with leadership knowledge and skills, preparing them for career success in highly technical organizations. To understand it more better, just note how the term is coined from two words, engineering and management. Engineering is the creative application of scientific principles to design or develop structures, machines, apparatus, or manufacturing processes. Meanwhile, management is essential for an organized life and it is necessary to run all types of management. Now, we are going to talk about the domains or the field of specialty in engineering management. As you can see in the picture, engineering management as a job has a lot of areas to cover. You have a lot of things to deal with. Example areas of engineering management area where engineering management is seen are product development, manufacturing, construction, design engineering, industrial engineering, technology, and production. Successful engineering managers typically require training and experience in business and engineering to operate effectiveness and efficiency, problem solving, and operations improvement. Management is getting things through others. Management needs objective, resources, methods, organization setting, and people. So now we are going to proceed to the process of management. Management is a process to emphasize that all managers, irrespective of their aptitude or skill, engage in some interrelated functions to achieve their desired goals. It consists of planning, organizing, directing or leading, and controlling. The first one is planning. Planning means setting an organization's goal and deciding how best to achieve them. Planning is decision making regarding the goals and setting the future course of action from a set of alternatives to reach them. The plan helps to maintain managerial effectiveness as it works as a guide for the personnel for future activities. Managers should have an objective in mind. Planning will help the manager to do the right thing. It defines the objectives and it decides the what, the when, the how, and the who. The next one is organizing. Organizing involves determining how activities and resources are to be assembled and coordinated. Organizing produces a structure of relationships in an organization, and it is through these structured relationships that plans are pursued. Organizing is deciding where decisions will be made, who will do what jobs and tasks, who will work for whom, and how resources will assemble. So take note that in organizing, that there is a gathering and allocating of resources, coordinating the work of the organization, and deliberating the creation. The next one is leading. The third managerial function is leading. It is the skill of influencing people for a particular purpose or reason. Leading is considered to be the most important and challenging of all managerial activities. Leading is the influencing or prompting the member of the organization to work together with the interest of the organization. So, in leading, it includes redirecting human behavior to achieve objectives. And it also includes motivating others to produce or do their tasks effectively. And lastly, it is influencing your subordinates effectively. The last one is controlling. Monitoring the organizational progress toward goal fulfillment is called controlling. Monitoring progress is essential to ensure the achievement of organizational goals. Controlling is measuring, comparing, finding deviation, and correcting the organizational activities which are performed for achieving the goals or objectives. Controlling consists of activities like measuring the performance, comparing with the existing standard, and finding the deviations and correcting the deviations. So in controlling, you have to keep things on track, steer performance towards desired goal, and coordinate monitoring and adjust performance. And now, we will proceed to the requirements for the engineer manager's job. Engineering manager is the one responsible for ensuring that the key projects and engineering duties are fulfilled. They are responsible for solving any engineering issues that comes up in a project. Depending on the type of products or services a firm produces, the engineer manager must have the following qualifications: a bachelor's degree in engineering from a reputable school, a few years' experience in a pure engineering job, a training in supervisions, and a special training in engineering management. An engineering manager must be well versed in communication. You need to have a good skill in communication since this will help you a lot in establishing a good relationship or connection with your co-workers. The next is leadership. It is a necessity that you have the skill to lead your co-workers well. Otherwise, the project might fail. The next one would be the evaluation of program requirements such as time frames, finances, and staffing. The next one would be project management from design to completion. This is also a must trait since we are talking about making sure that as an engineer manager, you are obligated to follow what is intended. The next one would be problem solving and marketing. And now we are going to proceed to talk about how one may become a successful engineer manager. According to Kreitner 1992, there are at least 3 general preconditions for achieving lasting success as a manager. The first one is the ability. It refers to the capacity of an engineer manager to achieve organizational objectives effectively and efficiently. The next one is the motivation to manage. As a leader, you should know how to motivate your people. Many people desire to work and finish specific tasks, but not many are motivated to manage. If this happens, it will affect the outcome of your project, so you must know how to motivate your coworkers. The next one would be opportunity. Successful manager become possible only if those having the ability and motivation are given the opportunity to manage. The opportunity for successful management has 2 requirements. The first is to obtain a suitable managerial job, and the second is to find a supportive climate once on the job. A management researcher, John B. Miner, developed a psychometric instrument to measure objectively an individual's motivation to manage. First is the favorable attitude toward those in positions of authority, such as superiors. The second one is the desire to engage in games or sports competition with peers. The third one is the desire to engage in occupational or work-related competition with peers. The fourth is the desire to assert oneself and take charge. The fifth one is the desire to exercise power and authority over others. The sixth one is the desire to behave in a distinctive way, which includes standing out from the crowd. And lastly, the sense or responsibility in carrying out the routine duties associated with managerial work.